Hello beauties, welcome back to my channel. It's Fomzi here coming to you today with another video. If you just happen to click on this video, thank you for clicking, and I do hope that you stay and enjoy the video. I do appreciate taking time off your day to watch this video. If you are returning, I want to say thank you for returning. I do appreciate your continued support. Today we're going to be trying the Mer Foundation, the Soft Fluid Longwear Foundation, Broad Spectrum SPF 20, and comes in this packaging, and this is what it looks like. There we go. And I did pick up the shade 450 as well as 460. No, I think I picked up the shade 440 amber and 450 sepia. This foundation costs $120, and I'm hoping that I will get one shade that will match me, not having to mix two shades to get a perfect shade for me. So I'm really hoping, because this is quite on the expensive side. Okay, so I've heard a lot about this foundation. That's why I wanted to try it. But before I begin to apply it, I like to give some information about the product. Some people do like to know what exactly the information is about the product. So, but if you're not interested in getting the information about the product, you can skip right ahead to the swatches and the application. I will put the timestamp for where the swatch begins for you to take a look. Now, I'm reading from the Sephora website. It does say that it's a weightless, natural looking foundation with buildable coverage for luxurious long wear. So the coverage is medium but buildable. It has a natural finish, and it says it's suitable for all skin types. It has an SPF of 20. It also says that this silky, lightweight formula helps maintain balance and provides buildable coverage. It leaves skin visibly plumped with hydration. Fine lines and wrinkles look softened. The look of pores and imperfections are diminished. And UV protection defends skin against future damage. The foundation also stays true even in humidity. That's a good time to try. I'll be going out today, so that's good to try it. And the weather here is humid, though today it's been kind of cloudy. So we'll see how that works out. So let's jump right into application. It says shake well, smooth onto face with fingertips or the foundation brush, and blend outwardly from center down to neck. I did also get the foundation brush, the La Mer foundation brush. So I did also pick that up. I'm going to use the brush to apply the foundation. Okay, being that I do have two shades, I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna show you the swatch. So that's the swatch. That's 450 sepia. And the other is 440 amber. And the other is 440 amber. So that's 440 and that's 450. It does look like this might be a bit ashy, but it looks like this one is gonna be too dark for the center of my face. I do like to kind of match my neck and the chest. Okay, I'm gonna try one 440 on one side and see how that looks. So my face is already primed, so I'm just gonna go straight in with the application, and again I'll be using the 440 on the right side. I am using the brush because I do have it, but normally I do like to use a beauty blender to apply my foundation. I just wanted to see how it will come out with this, because I feel like the beauty blender tends to make it sink into the skin better than a brush would. First off, I noticed that it does have a smell, but the smell is not overwhelming. And also, this is a first impression and a wear test. And noticing from it, it does go on smoothly, as you can see. There we go, just half a pump. But I also do notice that it's not covering. I do have hyperpigmentation right here, it's not covering it. So I'm just gonna put a little bit just to see whether it does, since it says it's buildable. Let's see whether it will cover the hyperpigmentation. And I'm just gonna put some right here. It did cover it a little bit more, so it is buildable. And I will apply 450, which is sepia, on the other side of my face. Looks like this is a little bit too orange, but let's see, it might actually suit my complexion better. This is one pump of 450. So I'm gonna turn on this, gonna turn on that. I added some more, so I just put some more 450 on this side to see whether I build up a bit more, and I'm gonna add more 440 on this side. I guess I'm just going to go with one side 440 and one side 450, and we'll see how it looks at the end. So that's it with an extra pump to cover of the 450. So this is the face with extra pumps. I have 4 pumps on my face. 2 pumps here of the 450 and 2 here of the 440. Here is the 450 and here is the 440. I do have to say that I can still see some of my spots and pigmentation peeping through here, so it's buildable, but I don't think it's a full coverage foundation. So that's it. So far the smell has gone away. I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup, and I'll be right back. And yeah, and before I forget, we started a lot late today. The time right now is 4:22. I'm still gonna have to give 8 hours wear on this. I can try it also at another day, but today I'm definitely going to give an 8-hour test for this. So again, it's 4:22 and I'll be right back. This is the final look. This side is 440 and this side is 450. So let me know if you prefer any side, and I'll check back with you in a few hours. Just a quick check-in. The time right now is 9:37, and that's about 5 hours from earlier, and you can see already some oils coming out again on my T-zone, and I'll come closer for you to take a look at it. It really isn't that bad, and I can't even feel it on my face. I'll be back in a few hours and I'll give you my final thoughts on this foundation then. Please excuse my attire. I'm just about to go to bed, take a shower and go to bed. I was just waiting to do this review. So before I do that, let's get into my final thoughts. here we are for the final thoughts for this foundation. The time right now is 1:18, and that's a little bit over 8 hours. We started about 4:30. I'm gonna come closer for you to take a look. My face right now is very oily and it's separating. If you can see it right here, it's already separating on my face. So just like all the other foundations that I've tried, I had high hopes for this because of all the reviews. This foundation is supposed to stay put through humidity and all that. Today there was no humidity. It was actually cloudy outside, and still at the 4-hour mark my face is like this. That's it for the foundation. A shade match for this foundation, I didn't get a good shade match, so I'll give it a 2. And reason being that there's a wide gap between the 350 and the 440. So even if I wanted to go down one more from the 440, I'm going to get a 350, and that's a real wide gap. I do see some other people mixing both the 350 and the 440 to use, but this is a $120 foundation, so I really don't think it's worth it to spend $240 on one foundation. For me, for the shade match, it's gonna be a 2. As for the longevity, it's like all the others. I'm gonna give this a 2 actually, because one of the other ones actually had, I can't remember which one, I need to look through the videos. It actually started, the oil started coming out at the 5-hour mark. This one started coming out about the 4-hour mark, which is like all the other foundations that I've been trying that are meant to be for oily skin. But I must say that the finish is lovely, it's very natural, it is weightless. Like, I can't even feel anything on my face. It really is weightless and it's flawless. I do like the finish. For that, it's a 3. That's all I have to say for this foundation. But if you do get your shade in this foundation, I think it is a very good foundation. Is it worth the $120? It's up to you. If you can, if it's something you can afford, definitely. And if you have places to go that require that kind of, you're spending $120 on a foundation, then definitely. I forgot to say something about the shade range. They did expand, add 1 or 2 shades recently, like I think a year or 2 ago. I think they had less shades even before, but I think they could do better. There's really a huge gap between the 350 and the 440, and after the 440 there's only 2 shades, which is the 450 and the 460, and it stops. I think they could expand a little bit more. So for the shade range, I'm going to say probably a 2. That would be all for today, and thank you for watching and staying through to the end, and I hope you did enjoy the video. And if you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, and consider subscribing to my channel here on YouTube. Until tomorrow, have a good night.